or that category comes technical, or and then of the product, and then it will coming back to the solution architect, and then bunch of solution architect will be reporting to enterprise architect. Okay. So now I'll cover on that, like, how the org structure, and then each respective area how it works. Okay. So I do not want like it can be a boring session like without interactions. So let me know like what is on your mind, or your thought process. Anyone can talk. Okay, anyone can ask questions, and then just wanted to know about on your thought process, or on your curiosity areas, or like how I can like drive on that way, like giving more insights. Okay. So having said that, like yes, like being an enterprise architect and that position, so you need not to be like know more about the technology space. So primarily, like all these components, be it a functional or application or a data or a security side. Okay, you need to more about that, and not only like one specific technologies, is corresponding the competitor technology as well, because the industry which you are going to work, so you'll be closely working with that. If it's a service based, then you will be working with their enterprise architect and trying to resolve their problems. Okay. Is it my voice is audible, or the pitch is okay? The voice is okay, or any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Yes, sir. Everything is perfectly fine, sir.
Okay, good, great,
Yes.
fantastic.
Sir,
Okay.
may I have some questions? Can I ask, sir?
Yes, please. Hmm.
Sir,
See,
in the
again,
industry,
I will tell you like, so I don't know, like, how is the students, like, is everybody, any language you comfortable, Hindi, English, Odia? I do not want language is a barrier to ask your questions. If some people like thought of, okay, I maybe hesitate to express my ideas in a communication. See, I also coming through on that. Uh, whatever you are now in situations. Okay, so
no,
I
sir.
wanted your
No, sir. We are
ideas.
okay with English, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Okay, yeah, please start with that. Okay.
Sir, in the industry perspectives, someone like us in MCA second year who is
Mhm.
currently doing web development but actually
Okay.
interested in cloud computing, is it a good idea to switch to cloud computing or should I complete in the web development completely? Then doing two, three projects, then we will switch to cloud computing.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions? I'll collect all these questions. I'll try to answer. Okay. No issue. And anything, anybody having any ideas or any thought process or any questions, curiosity? Okay, one is web development. Any other things? Okay, some people may not be knowing about what exactly cloud computing is, right? I'll talk about that. What else?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let me give you on that. Okay, so let me like I'm putting. Okay, who is this? Avinash? Is this Avinash? Abhishek.
Abhishek, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so so why the thought process came like became a web developer, and then going going into a cloud. So like how it comes.
No, sir. As for the college placement protocol, all are doing web development for starting placement. So I also did the web development, but now after studying little about cloud and data
Okay.
and AI trends, so I am thinking to switch to cloud computing.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Fantastic. Okay, I'll tell you on that. Okay. So there's a perspective. Okay, I'll tell you. Like there will be a 5 or 6 dimensions, like in which area you wanted to go. Okay. Um, okay. In the meantime, actually, do not capture anything. So I'll just wanted to share something so that how in the actually whenever we went to any of this the customer or client to whom we are doing any assessment, okay, from a solution, I'm going to share my PPT, but again it will be appropriate today. Okay, so I'll just, 100 share. Okay, just a minute. And it's not very compatible with the Google Meet. Okay, so where is the share icon? Okay, yeah, share screen. Okay, okay. Actually, I have not. Okay, so prepared this. One second. It was- Okay, let me see. Actually, whether we be able to see. Okay, able to see, right? My screen.
Yes.
No, sir. We can only see you.
Okay. Wait a sec. Okay, no problem. Anyhow, I can give you an handout okay, so that like the confusion can be done. Okay. So I wanted to say, so in a visualization perspective, what exactly like career paths? Okay, no problem. So if we categorize, one is as a development perspective, software developer. Okay, I'll come to your web development question. Okay, so basically you start with a I don't know, can you able to whiteboard or something? I can't. Or no problem. Okay, that should have better prepared on that. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I'll try to talk actually as much as possible, or wherever is possible, I can write it. If it is not whiteboarding is possible. Okay, so basically, how you visualize? Like, suppose you pass out your college. Okay, you go and work in the industry. So you you're basically working in a development side, right? Or the development, or somebody working in the data side, somebody working in the system or cloud or DevOps side, somebody working in the cyber security side, right? Or somebody working in the product and business roles, somebody working in the research and analytics space. Also, okay, it's this kind of problem will be there, right? So in the software development, if you categorize, so you will be either is a front end developer, is a back end developer, or a full stack. So you have you aware of this all the terminology which I'm talking about? Just wanted to know about whether you are aware of, or should I give more detail? How are we going to do that, and what is the current trend, right? Okay. Yeah, please be interactive so that it will help you. So even if if you are somebody do not know anything, you can give from starting. Okay, how it looks like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me.
Yes.
Okay, so let me one more time. I'll reset. Okay. Um, okay, let me share complete screen. Okay, enter screen so that to visualize. Yeah, have you able to visualize? Is it my screen is visible?
Yes,
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 sir.
it is visible.
Oh, okay, okay. Basically, okay. Okay, I thought of presenting something like writing some text. Okay, so how we can write? Okay, no problem. So a fresh graduate, okay, you come here to IMC, so you started a study. So again, you will be having four major things that will be compulsory. Any line you go, this will be your foundations. What is the foundations? Your any of these programming language, not restricted to any specific. Okay, so if your what about your curriculum starts, whether be it a C++, Java, or Python. So there are a lot of programming languages there. At least one programming languages fundamentally you should be strong enough. Okay, and if you see current trend, the Java or Python is taking more advantage and more space, and not specific to any language preference. Okay, so let me write something here. Okay, so so first of all, you come with your language. Okay, so you come up with a language. Which language you prefer? So okay, language. So there are several programming languages. So you will not going to know about everything, right? So at least whatever foundation is required, you need to know, and then after that, okay, you should be knowing if the reason behind. I'll tell you. Okay. So basically, I want to get here. Language means here programming language I'm talking about, okay? Database. And then you should have knowledge about little bit operating systems if you're going for, and then these are foundation course, okay? Okay. So apart from this, how it is being related now, then here you come here and then you will be going with a, okay, application developer, okay? So then you can have a from a data line, okay? Data and AI, okay? Data, AI, machine learning, everything will come, okay? I'll ask. I'll tell you that now how it is being related, okay? So that you'll be able to visualize at least. Application, I'll mention that application development could be possible, application. And then you have your security. Security as a domain, okay? Let's three look at this uh, talk about this thing, okay? First, you come here. So you are developing an application, being it on a web, okay? So now Abhishek asked, Avinash or Abhishek, sorry. So he asked like, I am being instructed or getting a direction from the college to start with, start with an web, which is a good actually, because something you started, right? So if you wanted to move it to cloud, because nowadays trend is moving to cloud computing, right? So there is three advanced trends moving. So one is cloud computing, second one is AIML, okay, artificial intelligence and machine learning, and third one is moving on this quantum computing. You might be heard about that. Okay, so which is after AI, like you see everywhere, like there is a buzz on AI, right? Companies is spending billions of $1 billion, and you'll see that like a lot of job chaos on the job market as well. Um, there's a perspectives. Okay, so talking about cloud computing, AML, and the third one is quantum computing. Okay, in the quantum field, and fourth one is in the cyber security side. Okay, there's a four in the current industry trends. Okay, so you may not be able to visualize what are these. Okay, so I'll tell you like whenever I worked. Okay, or so in my MCA, so we started with a 128 KB RAM. Okay, and then see now the storage has very cheaper. So you'll be coming in a terabyte data like in storage in a very cheaper. I think 4,500 rupees it comes. It's very cheaper. And then if you imagine like 15 years back, the the terabytes to build in a terabyte in enterprise scales. So it will take like some dollar amounts. It's a huge, right? Again, enterprise will be coming up with a different perspective. It will be having a security and reliability. Okay, so you tell me, like, if the terminology is very difficult for FCA second year students, then I can try to okay give um, in a simpler term. Okay, so have you heard about this, like cloud computing, AIML, quantum, or in the cyber security side? Have you heard about that? All this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good, good. Okay. So cloud means like, whenever you have, for example, how the earlier trend, how is the current trend? Okay, let's talk about the cloud. Okay. So in the earlier era, when the cloud is not there, so what happened? So if a student come or getting selected into any of these companies, he wanted to start a on the production environment or in an environment where he should have at least bare minimum a laptop where you have all these servers will be there. Servers, the moment I said server, you'll be having a computer your CPU, hard drive or storage, um, basically a computing unit and then the storage, which is two bare minimum things is required. For that, what happens? You need a dedicated hardware engineer. So the moment I said hardware engineer, so that time will be a dedicated engineers who works on the computer. Basically you do you're installing all the softwares that called as a provisioning your systems, right? We do hard formatting, installing software, record softwares for the tools and softwares required for your projects. And then if any problem comes, networking issues, anything, so then you would raise a request, or if your laptop has problem, then you raise a request and get it solved, right? So what happened now, again, you will be like now your servers and everything will be putting on together on your premises, and that maintenance, you'll be like there'll be huge operational cost that include your electricity, energy, some dedicated our engineers, everybody is there. So that will be a challenge. So for a for a minimum time to scale this perspective, I wanted to go from how do I better this process, right? That's where the cloud computing comes. The cloud computing means like everything in a single clicks. You need, okay, so today you join organizations, you need a server or something, or you got started applications, you need these are my technology stacks attached to a software tools. Okay, suppose I work for a data, for example. So the data, um, so we need to what we need to know the data. So we wanted to store the data, we need to process the data, right? So different tools and softwares you're going to use it. So for example, for a processing perspective, so I selected, if I choose my what is my technology stacks required to develop my application or projects. So we this your architect or system engineer is going to decide on your what are the technology stacks will be being used in your application accordingly. So if new onboarding, a new user has joined, so he need on this, so he choose, okay, so this is my, I need a four core v core machine, and then so on. So this Oracle I need, Spark I need, all this whatever technology is there, they'll be going to go on select and put a select, and then you click on a single click. So internally what happened, it will be written a program in the cloud, either in a Terraform, or again these are as a the scripting, or you can call as a light or programming. So that will going to provision your computer or system, and then it's going to give you, and then you'll creating a user. So again, each perspective will be tied up with certain roles attached here. Suppose you joined as an application, but you need that, right? So what happened? Whatever application you need for this application record softwares, it will be provisioned. And then once it is provisioned, your user ID, everything will be created in the security side. So that's IDM people, identity access, IAM people, identity access management. So they'll be configuring your user ID, they're giving you the required privileges, okay, all these policies they're going to apply. Then you will be ready to access all your applications. Okay. Then they're going to give you an environment where you will going to go and start writing the codes, right? So what perspective? You will be for a scalability perspective, faster and globally presence, and working in a shared environment. all these thought process will be handled in a cloud. So that's why, like, most likely all the non-functional requirement and faster time to market. So you are using the cloud, okay? So that will be coming with the cloud computing again. So what are the things that majorly in cloud computing comes? So you're going to get a computing. Computing means your all your instance details. Instance details means in the cloud computing there are three things. One is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Okay, and then you'll be having a PaaS, platform as a service. Then you'll be having a SaaS, software as a service. So once you are in like whatever you things you see, right, you'll be like go to the marketplace. They call it a marketplace. So in the marketplace, you select what software you wanted to use. So you select that one. Either you purchase with your subscription based, or you then you purchase and then you start using on your specific things. Okay, and so that is the region actually. So if you are developing a web, so obviously like for scalability, better approach, or adjusting or registering into your marketplace and making available to marketplace for others. So it will going to give you a more broader user space or customer space where you can showcase or reach out to people, and at the same time you're going to address on the all these latency and yeah, all the performances. It's like if you are suddenly you develop a application, it's got viral, so at any particular moment it went for 1 million to 2 million to 5 million views. If, okay, so then your system should be prompt enough to handle all this, right? Okay, so I think I'm going on that specific directions. Let's come back actually to what exactly okay, whenever you pass out or like how the career progression will going to happen. Okay, career progression means like how the org structure looks like and how like where you are going, guys you're going to fit it, and how what about skills you learn, how it will going to utilize based on your like whenever you join any of the institutions, right? Okay. Um, so I was part of number of campus interviews and campus recruitment and fresher recruitment. So some of my previous companies. Okay, what I see. So I went to a college. Okay, we ask. The question can be a random. It's not necessary to be a your whatever you study. Of course, that will be past primary. Okay, you should. I'm just expecting like you should know about the six. Okay, and then we see like how the people's whatever the analytical thinking thought process you have. Okay, because I wanted to give you some problem you need to be able to answer. So nowadays if you see there are a lot of open API, right, on the AML space, being in a chat GPT or Gemini, or there's a lot of like a lot of deep say so many in the AML space you have. There is a you call it like a Gen AI, right? So you're going to get or Copilot, GitHub Copilot. So you ask something, then he'll going to give you. You ask some coding, okay, give me, I have this problem, and give me the answers. So the moment you ask the questions, right? Suppose somebody from your side, somebody asked me some questions, give me that answer. So that called as a prompt engineering. So the more you write a better prompt, it will going to give you a refined and more correct, accurate results, right? It may not be 100%, because a lot of time it might be having hallucinations from the AI sides. But again, you have to verify on that. Okay. So what I'm saying is, today you go to this like you join a computer software company and then you started working. Okay, they gave you first you go and they'll introduce the team and telling about what exactly the product or the application is all about, and then you'll go and say like they're going to assign you some work, like okay, so these are the work or function I need to develop. You go and start writing the coding, right? So you go and what about ID, like integrated development environment, or the tools, uh, like the specific applications required. You go and started working on that. Okay. So again, that will be, again, it will be like, you are not only writing a coding. So your code or your file, whatever file you are working, that file can be shared. Like now you check it, and somebody from other time zone will going to pick up and start working on that, right? So it will be a uh, different time zone people are working in a same applications. Handover happens, and then the environment which you are working, it will be like, again, it will be a version control. Version control means like, there'll be a Git will be there, Bitbucket will be different applications, like in the software will be there, how you are going to manage your code. Okay. Once you write the code, then you have to check in the code. Have you out of this, like, what a Git processor is?
No,
Okay.
sir.
Huh? Okay. Okay, so that, okay, so no, no problem. So you don't feel like, you have so many things. Okay, so over the period, so we also do not know. So over the period we learn, and as you are like, this generations, and then what happened, like, next generations, with the advanced technologies era. So you'll be handy with a lot of informations prior to start any of this working, right? So you should do a preparation work. So once you are in a production environment, or you are being deployed, we call it a deployment. So onboarding a deploy. So you're going to slowly going to know about that, what exactly a software process. You might be able to. I don't know whether you read about your SDLC, software development lifecycle, where it covers all your SDLC, agile, all this methodology and process. You're going to follow on that. Everybody has to follow on their process methodologies. Okay. I think, okay, I think talking actually, so I do not know how much you visualize. Um, I think, yeah, I can come up with a better presentation template where you can see the template. I can walk you through, or if it is a whiteboarding, it will be, uh, yeah, it will be a very good options. Like, when once we draw something, then you can able to easily correlate and visualize. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No problem actually.
Uh,
So okay. So
uh,
I'll just like now going to, yeah. Tell me.
uh,
Listen, somebody
Thank
said.
you, sir. We have collected some questions from our student. With your
Okay.
permission, may I ask one by one?
Yeah. Yeah. Please. Please. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Sure. Sure then.
uh, Sir, the another question is from the Devapriya Meher from MCA first year. Please,
Okay.
Devapriya Meher, please ask the question.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Give the chance. Actually, people ask. So I just wanted to have some interactions. Okay. See what happened. People have some different kind of a fear. Okay. So do not fear if you tell something wrong, or whatever questions you say that, okay, it'll be a silly question, stupid. Don't think of that. Ask whatever questions, even if like we can get all the trying to details. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sure.
Devapriya Meher, are you there?
Yes,
Okay. Yes. Can
Yeah.
you please ask your question?
Yeah.
sir, my question is uh, for
Mm-hmm.
someone starting as a fresher in IT, what the roadmap
Mm-hmm.
would you suggest to grow from an entry level role to positions like technology specialist or cloud architect?
Okay. Okay. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Any other things? Okay, let's collect a couple of questions and then answer one by one. Okay. What next?
Another question is Devas's Naik.
Okay.
Uh,
Sure.
are you
Sure.
there?
I think yes is there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, there was his.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Good even.
so my question is, what are the real life problems or scenarios in which cloud computing is helpful, and how it means we can use it in real life scenarios? If you can explain about.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's take these two questions and answer it, and then I'll go for next questions. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay, sir.
Devapriya, yeah. Okay. So I'll coming to your question first. Okay. So what, like, how do you reach to cloud architect from a fresher perspective, or similar to any other fields? If you don't know, like suppose if you wanted to a data architect or a solution architect or a product architect or a technical architect perspective, or somebody is like interested on the management line and leadership line, how or he or she can be reaching to this project management perspective, right? Project manager or senior project manager or group manager or program manager on that level, right? Divisions we have, right? If you're the technical, if you're good on the technical sides, or somebody trying to pursue on their career in a technical side, so you can go on the technical lines. Okay. And then somebody, at least like from a module or tech lead